Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
This is not a tale of reincarnation, but a tale of two brothers destined in the same direction. You know him with songs like Bush Doctor,
Warning.
Burial, Exeabeer, Let Jah Be Praised. On the other hand, he equally has the same song's title, Let Jah Be Praised. Victims, and respect. Although both Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube are no longer with us, but the similarities in the lives they lived are amazing. Both born from single mothers, raised by their mother's close relatives, had the same active career of 26 years, and both were shot and died from results of a suspected robbery gone wrong. This is the story of Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube with Ras Dennis.
You are now watching Reggae Just Extra's Lucky Dube and Peter Tosh's edition.
In this episode, we will take a closer look at the similarities in the lives both Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube lived and many other more serious coincidences. Kindly stay tuned and do remember to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and most importantly hit the notification bell to be the first to watch our next video.
Ras Dennis.
Winston Hubert McIntosh aka Peter Tosh was a Jamaican reggae musician and Rastafarian. Along with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, he was one of the core members of the band The Wailers, after which he established himself as a successful solo artist and a promoter of Rastafari. He was born on October 9, 1944, in Westmoreland, Jamaica, and passed away on September 11, 1987, in Kingston, Jamaica. Tosh had several children who included Andrew, Jawara, deceased, Aldrina, Nyambi, Toby, and Steve. Although he was legally married to Andrea Marlene Brown, they never had any children together. His children came from other relationships. Being a founding member of the Wailers, a reggae group that helped to popularize the vibrant Jamaican music style internationally, was killed at his home at the age of 42 after an attack which appeared to have been a robbery attempt. 3 armed men arrived on motorcycles at Tosh's home in St. Andrew, a suburb of Kingston, entered the house at about 8:30 p.m. and shot the 7 people present. A police detective said that Tosh had just returned from the United States and that the robbers apparently thought he had a large amount of foreign currency with him. Peter Tosh was perhaps best known internationally for collaborating with Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones in the Smokey Robinson song, You Got to Walk and Don't Look Back. In the lyrics of his songs, he often condemned injustice and poverty and praised Rastafari. He was nominated for a Grammy Award in 1985 for Best Reggae Recording for Captured Life. Like other Rastafarians, Peter Tosh advocated smoking marijuana. He recorded the album and single Legalize It in 1976 and often smoked huge marijuana joints, called spliffs, on stage. In 1978, before a crowd of 30,000 in Kingston, which included the then Prime Minister, Michael Manley, Tosh smoked a spliff and berated Mr. Manley for 30 minutes for refusing to legalize ganja. Peter Tosh had several run-ins with the police and was jailed for possessing marijuana in the mid-1960s. In early 1975, he wrote the anti-police song, Mark of the Beast, which was banned from Jamaican radio. In the time Mr. Tosh was with the Wailers, the group had a string of hits including Stir It Up, I Shot the Sheriff and Get Up, Stand Up for Your Rights. Many of the Wailers' songs were highly political. Lucky Philip Dube, on the other hand, was a South African reggae musician and Rastafarian. His record sales across the world earned him the best-selling African Musician Prize at the 1996 World Music Awards. In his lyrics, like Peter Tosh in Jamaica, he condemned slavery, poverty, and injustice. He also promoted Rastafari. Dube discussed issues affecting South Africans and Africans in general to a global audience. The renowned reggae musician was shot by 3 gunmen as he dropped off his son in the Rosettenville suburb of Johannesburg. Lucky Dube was born on August 3, 1964, in Umlolo, South Africa, exactly 20 years after Peter Tosh's birth. He died on October 18, 2007, exactly 20 years after the death of Peter Tosh. Among his children were Nkuli and Thokozani. He was married to Zanile Mdluli. Like Peter Tosh, he was born from a single mother, Sarah Dube. Drawing inspiration from Peter Tosh, Lucky Dube felt the socio-political messages associated with Jamaican reggae were relevant to a South African audience in an institutionally racist society. Lucky Dube began his music career at the age of 17 and released his first album at the age of 18 years. After starting his career as a Mbakanga artist, he decided to try a new musical genre, reggae, and in 1984, released Rasta's Never Die. The record sold poorly, around 4,000 units in comparison to the 30,000 units his Mbakanga records would sell. Keen to suppress anti-apartheid activism, the regime banned the album in 1985 because of its critical lyrics, such as in the song War and Crime, just like the Jamaican regime had banned Peter Tosh's Mark of the Beast from airplay in Jamaica. Dube was not discouraged, however, and continued to perform the reggae tracks live and wrote and produced a second reggae album, Think About the Children, in 1985. It achieved platinum sales status and established Dube as a popular reggae artist in South Africa, in addition to attracting attention outside his homeland. It looks like both Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube were destined in the same direction. The coincidences between Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube are quite interesting. Here are some of them. Both Peter Tosh and Lucky Dube were born from single mothers. Both were raised by their mother's close relatives and not by their biological parents. Both spent their early life in the countryside, Peter Tosh in Westmoreland, Jamaica, and Lucky Dube in Umlolo, Mpumalanga Province, South Africa. Both kicked off their music careers at 17 years old. Lucky Dube's first reggae album, Rasta's Never Die, was banned by the apartheid government in the mid-1980s. In early 1975, Peter Tosh's anti-police song Mark of the Beast was also banned from Jamaican radio. It was also by coincidence that both had an active career of 26 years and that both died in the capital cities of Johannesburg, South Africa, and Kingston, Jamaica, aged 42. Both were shot and died from results of a suspected robbery gone wrong. Both died at around 8:03 at night. The death of Lucky Dube and the death of Peter Tosh was from an attack by 3-man gangs. Both had similar singing styles and made revolutionary music, as evidenced in the songs Get Up Stand Up for Your Rights and Legalize Marijuana by Peter Tosh and Prisoner and Different Colors, One People by Lucky Dube. It is also worth noting that Lucky Dube was born in 1964, 20 years after Peter Tosh was born in 1944, and he died in 2007, 20 years after Peter Tosh passed away in 1987. Was Lucky Dube a coincidence, or he was the reincarnation of Peter Tosh? I leave you to work it out, and thanks for watching, and do remember to subscribe. Give it a like and post a positive comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another video.
Many thanks for watching Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.